My beloved child. If your heart feels heavy and your mind restless, know this: you are not here by accident. I, the Lord, have drawn you to this very moment because I see you. I see the burdens you have carried alone for far too long. I see the nights when your tears fell silently, when your questions echoed into the darkness, wondering if anyone truly cared. Hear me now: I have been with you every step of the way. Even when you thought you were forgotten, even when it seemed like no one noticed your silent battles, I noticed. Your struggles have never been invisible to me. Your sighs, your whispered prayers, your hidden fears, they have all reached my heart. And my child, they have moved me. Today, I whisper into your spirit: you don't have to carry this alone anymore. My arms are already open wide, ready to embrace you with a love so deep and steadfast that nothing you have done, or left undone, could ever diminish it. Let go of the heavy burdens you were never meant to bear. Let go of the doubt that clouds your mind. Lay down the anxieties that have stolen your peace. Come and rest in me. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You will never be alone. When the world shouted lies, "You're not enough, you're forgotten, you're too broken," I was still speaking truth over you. You are mine. You are precious. You are loved with an everlasting love. Breathe, beloved. I am near, closer than your very breath. I do not wait for you to be perfect. I do not ask you to fix everything before you come. I simply say, come. Bring your weariness, your doubts, your broken dreams. Bring it all to me. And in the quietness of surrender, you will find me, waiting with open arms, ready to lift you, to heal you, to restore you. My love for you is not fragile, it is not fickle. It is steady, unyielding, eternal. It is the kind of love that reaches into the deepest valley to find you, and lifts you high into the light of my promises. So today, beloved, choose to believe again. Choose to trust that your story is not over, it is being rewritten by hands that know only goodness and mercy. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are deeply, wholly, and eternally loved. Come to me. Rest in my presence. Feel my peace wash over you. You were led here for a reason, and that reason is love. My love. For you. Always. Breathe, dear one, you are exactly where I need you to be. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't fallen behind. I know the thoughts that creep in when the waiting feels too long, when the silence seems endless, when answers don't come the way you hoped. But let me assure you, I am not distant in your delay. I'm not absent in the silence. In fact, the stillness is often where I speak most clearly, not with thunder, but with a gentle whisper that quiets your anxious heart. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every detour has not been wasted. I am shaping something sacred within you, a deeper trust, a quiet strength, an unshakable faith. You see delay. I see preparation. You see unanswered. I see you becoming ready. There are things I'm working on that you can't yet see, aligning hearts, shifting circumstances, softening paths ahead. If you could see the full picture I hold in my hands, your heart would find rest. But since you cannot, I invite you to trust me more deeply. Not because you understand everything, but because you know I'm faithful. Even when your faith feels fragile, when your strength is fading, I remain steady. I'm not asking you to hold everything together, I'm asking you to place it all in my hands. I am strong enough for you. Lift your eyes off the outcome and focus on my presence. I am the God who parted seas, who raised the dead, who brings light out of the darkest night. Do you think I've forgotten how to care for you? Never. When the world feels loud with doubt, come away with me. In the stillness, I will remind you who you are and whose you are. I will remind you that my timing is perfect, that your story isn't on hold, it's unfolding beautifully, just not always visibly. So don't be discouraged by what you cannot yet hold in your hands. Look again at what I've placed in your heart, the dreams, the promises, the quiet nudges that keep pulling you forward. These are not wishful thinking, they are seeds of destiny. And like every seed, they grow best beneath the surface, in the dark, before they break through the soil. Your growth is happening, quietly, consistently, divinely. Your breakthrough is coming, not by striving, but by trusting. So rest, beloved. Let my peace carry you through this season. Let my promises be the ground beneath your feet. You are not behind. You are being prepared. And even now, I am making a way. Beloved. As you move through the quiet places where faith is refined, I want you to know this: you are not only being prepared, you are being equipped. For every struggle you've endured, I have poured strength into your soul. For every tear you've cried, I've planted courage. You see, you were never meant to fight these battles alone. Not one hardship, not one sleepless night, not one burden you've carried in silence has gone unnoticed. I have been there, not observing from a distance, but walking beside you. Sometimes even carrying you, when your legs were too weak to move forward. I understand how weary you've grown. I know the weight you've tried to hold up by yourself. You've done your best to be strong for others, to stay composed when everything inside felt like it was falling apart. And now, I am stepping in. Not because you've failed, but because you've reached the moment where my power can be made perfect in your weakness. Victory does not come from striving, it comes from surrender. It comes from placing your trust in me, not just when things are calm, but especially when they're not. The challenges before you may be real, but so is my strength. The battles may rage, but so does my protection. And though the enemies of fear, doubt, and discouragement may rise like giants, I have already declared that you will not be overcome. You are clothed in spiritual armor, even when you don't feel it. You carry heavenly authority, even when your voice trembles. Why? Because I have chosen you. I have appointed you. And I have filled you with my Spirit. Let your heart receive this truth: the victory is already promised. Not because you've earned it, but because I've secured it. The fight you're in is not for survival, it's for the unveiling of the strength that I've placed within you. So rise up. Not with pride, but with boldness. Lift your head, not because the storm has passed, but because I am in the storm with you. And when you don't know what to say, whisper my name. When you don't know what to do, stand still and watch what I will do. When your heart feels faint, remember, I am the one who gives you breath, and I will also give you breakthrough. You're not forgotten. You're not failing. You're being positioned for something greater than you imagine. Now let go of the fear that's tried to define your steps. Let go of the lies that said you'd never win. Let my truth anchor you. You were never created to walk defeated, you were formed to overcome. And in this moment, in this very place, I remind you. You will rise. You will walk forward. And you will be victorious. Now that you've stood in my strength and claimed the victory I've prepared, let me take you even deeper, into the truth of who you are. You are not just a soldier in a battle. You are not merely a survivor. You are my beloved. My chosen. My child. Before you ever faced your first storm, before your first cry echoed into the world, I had already written your name on my heart. Yes, you. Not just your name as the world knows it, but every detail of who you are. Your dreams, your fears, your personality, your pain. I know every part of you, and I still love you without condition. I see what no one else sees. I cherish what others overlook. I remember what you've tried to forget. And I hold it all, the good, the messy, the broken, in hands that do not flinch. You are not too much. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. Let those lies fall away like leaves in the wind. You were created with purpose, infused with divine beauty, and wrapped in grace. My love is not based on your performance. It's rooted in who I am, and I am unchanging. Even when your faith faltered, I remained faithful. Even when you questioned everything, I never stopped calling you mine. You may have felt forgotten. You may have wondered if my promises had passed you by. But I've been holding your place at the table. I've been waiting patiently for you to come close, not to be corrected, but to be comforted. Not to be judged, but to be healed. So let me heal the places in you that still carry wounds. The scars from betrayal, the weight of regret, the ache of loneliness, bring them to me. Let me place my hand on what still hurts and remind you, I am not afraid of your brokenness. In fact, I specialize in making beauty from the shattered. I do not discard what is cracked, I restore it with compassion. You are not defined by what you've been through. You are defined by my love that refuses to let go. Rest in this truth, you are seen. You are known. You are completely loved. Not as the world defines it, not love that comes and goes with conditions, but a holy, unwavering affection that shelters your soul. When others walked away, I stayed. When voices condemned, I lifted you. When you had nothing left to give, I gave you myself. So take my hand again. Let your identity be shaped not by the past, but by my promises. Let your worth be rooted not in approval from others, but in the fact that you belong to me. You are not invisible. You are not ordinary. You are deeply loved, eternally held, and divinely chosen. Remember, I wrote your name on my heart, not in ink, but in eternity. Now that your heart remembers who you are, cherished, healed, fully known, let me show you where we go from here. Because I do not only comfort you in the valley, I lead you toward the mountain. I don't just mend the broken places, I breathe life into your purpose. Yes, there is a path ahead. And I know every step of it. You may not see the full map right now. The road may still look uncertain. But I am not asking you to understand the whole journey, only to take the next step with me. I am the one who sees around corners and through walls. I know the dangers before you even sense them. I light the path when your way grows dim. You've asked, what's next? Where do I go from here? Listen closely, beloved, I have already gone before you. I am preparing places you haven't yet imagined. I am aligning opportunities, opening doors, and removing obstacles. Not by chance, but by design. You're not walking into the unknown. You're walking into my plan. And I didn't call you out of darkness just to leave you wandering. I called you into a life filled with direction, clarity, and supernatural peace. That's why I keep whispering, even when the world shouts. That's why I ask you to pause, not to delay, but to discern. Because my voice is not found in chaos, it's found in quiet surrender. Make time for me in the stillness. Let me speak before you act. Let my wisdom guide your hands and steady your heart. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compare your pace to anyone else's. You are not behind, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And yes, there will be moments where fear tries to rise again. Where the familiar voices of doubt return. But now you know where to run. You found the refuge of my presence, and in me, you will always find peace. Let go of the pressure to perform, to impress, to keep up. I'm not looking at your titles or timelines. I'm looking at your heart. And that heart, when surrendered to me, becomes a vessel of light, ready to impact, to inspire, to bless. So before you move, pause and ask me. Before you build, invite me in. Before you speak, let me fill your mouth with words of grace. Because when you walk in step with me, you'll walk in peace. When you trust my timing, you'll see divine appointments unfold. When you follow my lead, even deserts will bloom beneath your feet. Your life is not aimless. Your pain was not pointless. Your steps are ordered, and I know exactly where I'm taking you. Hold on to this, I know the way forward, and I will not let go of your hand. Beloved. Now that your heart is aligned with mine and your feet are steadied on the path I've designed, let me speak this final truth over you: what's ahead is not random, it is holy. The seeds you've sown in faith, watered with tears and quiet obedience, are not forgotten. Though they may have gone unseen by others, I saw every moment. And I have not been idle. I have been cultivating something beautiful, something eternal, in the soil of your surrender. Your waiting has not been wasted. Your hope has not been misplaced. Your story is not closing, it's just beginning. Even now, beneath the surface, my promises are taking root. The breakthrough you've longed for is approaching, not in a blaze of striving, but in the gentle unfolding of my perfect will. The very places where you felt barren will soon burst into bloom. Do not fear the quiet seasons. They are the birthplace of miracles. Do not fear slow progress. It is proof that your roots are growing deep. I do not rush transformation. I complete it with care. Stay near to me in the stillness. Let me be the rhythm of your days. Let my presence saturate your decisions, your relationships, your every step. I am not just leading you into new blessings, I am walking into them with you. You were never meant to carry this life alone, and now, you never will. When fear tries to knock again, let my word answer. When uncertainty tries to creep in, remember, I have never once failed you. When others chase applause or outcomes, you will walk confidently in peace, because you know who sends you. You are not just called, you are equipped. You are not just seen, you are celebrated. You are not just redeemed, you are being released into purpose. Let your heart be filled with anticipation, not anxiety. I am not recycling someone else's blessing for you, I am doing a new thing. Do you sense it? Even now, it's springing forth. Even now, it's rising from the ashes. Even now, the promises whispered in the secret place are beginning to echo into the visible world. Lift your eyes, child of mine. No longer look behind. The shame, the sorrow, the seasons of confusion, they do not define you. You are walking into a future designed in love, paved in grace, and anchored in truth. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not unfinished. You are mine. And this is just the beginning. So walk forward. Sing again. Dream again. Live boldly, freely, and fully, with my hand in yours and my spirit within you. For I am your Father. I am your friend. I am your fortress. And I will walk with you, all the way home.